Hey, I'm Scott Nelson, and we're in the heart of the Port of Long Beach, which very recently was bombarded by 3 consecutive storms, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and 5 inches of rain. And not very far from here, there was even a small tornado which overturned a vehicle and destroyed some property. But what I want to know is, how does the Port of Long Beach deal with this kind of weather?
There has been times when it's gotten too rough to safely either board a ship or depart a ship outside the breakwater.
The types of problem we have is the buildup of water, inundation in areas. Being flat, we have a lot of mechanical pump stations that are designed to pump and convey a certain amount of water per minute, per hour. And when a storm cell as severe as the ones that have come over the last couple of days are dropping so much water, so many inches of rainfall per hour, it overwhelms the pump, and the pump it's pumping as much as it can, but the water starts to build up in these low-lying areas. So the water on a roadway might get a foot or 2 or even deeper.
We also met up with Jacobson Pilot Service. These are the folks that bring large commercial vessels safely in and out of the Port of Long Beach. And we got to see firsthand how they deal with stormy weather. And all I have to say is, bring your Dramamine, because it's going to get bumpy.
Like I was explaining earlier, we have a different wind direction and a different swell direction. And the wind's blowing pretty steady out of the southeast and a big west swell. When they combine, it creates a confused sea, and so that creates the challenges that we were talking about. So it's pretty substantial today.
We've had a couple incidents, and they've both been with pilots departing a ship, getting off the ship. But luckily on both of the ones that I remember, they fell and landed on the pilot boat, some broken ribs and things like that. But luckily they didn't go in.
You know, they're saying it's about 15 to 17 foot swells out there, which, you know, it's pretty substantial for around here. We've had some 20-foot swells in the years past.
Well, we're really concerned about the personnel. In Long Beach, we're so blessed with good weather 90% of the time that when it gets rough, it's a real event for us. And the dangers include, first, the most obvious one is losing a man in the water. Secondly, a man getting hurt, because as you'll see, the ships are relatively stable and the pilot boat's bouncing around as he's climbing down that ladder.
It's kind of our duty to find the right direction, because the guys up top that are running the ships, the pilots, they can't really see as well alongside the ship as we can. So we're out there all the time, so you know, we'll try and find the right direction for the ship to steer.
Woo! Well, as much as this weather makes me want to put on a warm pair of PJs and sprawl out on a bearskin rug, we're still on the job. So we met up with Bob Treon. He works in maintenance here at the Port of Long Beach, and his office is the great outdoors, so let's see what issues he has to face.
Okay, we're at pump station 15 along the LA River here in Long Beach, and we have 2 collection basins here that we've put in to catch a lot of the heavy solids, and we have screens here to catch the trash. But the problem is once the trash backs up against the grates, it allows the water level to rise, and it inundates the pumps. It doesn't allow the water to get to the station. So part of the jobs for our crews when they're out here during the rainstorms is to keep those grates clear of all the debris and foreign matter that impedes the operation of the pumps. And you can see how high the water level got in here during the last rainstorm. And fortunately, it didn't rain long enough to where we lost the pumps and equipment and the panels behind me. The pumps are pumping at full capacity. We just had so much water in such a short period of time, it was unable to keep track of it all.
Well, as you can see, when the weather gets rough, the Port of Long Beach keeps on moving. Despite the danger and despite the discomfort, these committed people carry on. Unlike them, however, I see some clouds on the horizon, so I'm going to head inside. I'm Scott Nelson, and we're going to see you next time.